So, bonfire's lit, and welcome to the interior of my new hell, the Pandora's boxed prison. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, full zoom out. So a lot has happened, and I have just not been able to do any video recording, unfortunately. And this is the result of what has happened. Yeah. See, where's a good place to, not there. Let's try it this way. See if I can see myself. My phone stand is also in storage right now, so just not having a good time with this. It's not bad. Let's try it this way. Ended up having to get a new phone also. No, I didn't. So, kind of trying to learn the ropes. Verizon has officially screwed you over by requiring you to have a hotspot. Fuck, I don't want to. Don't break it, please. Some way. There's the angle I need. It's not bad. And like I said, fucking lot has happened. And I knew about this place for a heck of a long time. But I forgot about it for also equally as long, or quite very long. And then I tried to live a normal life, for one. And two, really just never crossed my mind, despite having known about it initially. Oh, and I look awful. Doing my best. But, yeah. So, you saw me a lot in, different hotels. And, I mean, there's so much to my life that I want to, elaborate on. It's not all going to happen tonight. And this video is not even going to get uploaded. Not tonight, not soon. May get uploaded soon enough, but yeah. I don't even have proper way to show the recording. Like I was saying, I had been in a bunch of different hotels. And mostly because that's also pretty bad, but it'll kind of work. I'm gonna try and cook something here. I'm fucking hungry. I'm getting smoked out again, motherfucker. Yeah, so I was up with my parents for a while before the hotel videos. And this is the last time I was kind of talking about how I had some ideations of unalivement. Still technically have them periodically. I mean, look at what I'm dealing with. So if you were following any of the chronology of what you know of my existence, I've been very successful for a time, and periodically throughout my life otherwise also, but recently, or recent enough, fucking ass, I was doing really well at welding. But the thing about that is I'd actually gotten my welding certifications way longer ago, before I had started my career in welding. And it's a little disappointing for a bunch of different reasons. To have had to wait so long to get into the welding field after being certified. Now it's acting up towards the holding position I have. What's it saying? I have no idea. What do you want me to do? Stupid ass piece of shit. Just record there. Motherfucker, this is gonna be impossible. Let's see. Can I fold it out the opposite way? Don't break it. Nope. That's as far as that goes. Yeah, it's incredibly disappointing to have waited that long to get started in welding. Really wanted to, it's probably blurry as fuck. It's alright now. But I had done that for a time. At different locations, actually. Gotten into the field finally after being mostly a park maintenance worker, where I also had done some welding for them, and that eventually all of that got me somewhere. I don't want to get creepypasta'd by something. There's foxes out screaming sometimes, and random knocks and some unwelcome guests of people I know and would rather they piss off. Smoked out either. But yeah, so it took a good long while to get into welding. Sorry for my grotesque look. Luckily I'm not bald technically. That's some more fucking shit I will come to discuss at some point. This camera, or this phone, I mean, is more capable of recording for longer periods of time. I have a little bit better of a discussion than my other phones. My other phones ended up having problems because they weren't supported anymore. Even though... Motherfucker, I'm already getting smoked out. Even though, even though I like LG phones, or liked them, and they passed through the Verizon hotspot problem, LG eventually stopped maintenance on them, and some strange things started happening on the phone besides me being strange. So I inevitably had to get new ones, or a new one. Still have an old 2016 LG shell phone. And what I mean by that is this is the V20. Has a back opening shell case so you can get to the battery. Really liked that phone back in the day. That was super unique. Just be able to swap out batteries. I really didn't give a fuck about the battery life anymore at that time. I'm kind of jumping all over the place on what I'm talking about, but come on. Gotta be able to breathe. Get out. It's definitely warm now. Yeah, so for another thing, just FYI, I haven't slept right in Oh my gosh. Well, actually, fucking going on 2 months now. My sleep schedule has been completely and utterly fucked. I'll get to that in a little while, but let's talk about the phone and then welding. Kind of know where I'm at. So I go back to the phone. I have the old LG. I only kept it because I like it. It's functionable. It still somewhat functions. Can't receive updates anymore. Definitely hackable. But yeah. So something also happened with my phones. Really disappointed that I lost a crap ton of lyrical content. My friend is going to help me. Lace is Lawless. Going to help me revive one of the other songs that we were working on. He has a pretty good memory. It's like a savant when it comes to that shit. I'm modest overall to that kind of shit, but so that and that actual lyric book, I ended up almost freezing again out in the cold. And it was the only fucking thing I had to light on fire to survive. I had thought the one lyrical content I wanted to put out, Hot Shit Catering, I burned it. Again, didn't have shit at the time, which I'll elaborate more and get into here in a little while. But I'd also rewritten it down, but then it pissed a fuck ton of rain and soaked all the ink, made it unreadable. So 3 copies of the lyrical content, one posted online and should have been saved to Google, got deleted and then erased from history. Was it the best shit ever? No, but was it funny, hilarious, cool shit? Yes. Might I be able to remember it? Highly unlikely. Have I tried to go about the necessitative actions to reacquire it? Partially. Most of those avenues didn't work or are not operational. If I would have updated my other LG phone before the catastrophe happened, I would have had that information on this last LG phone. But what happened is I didn't get a chance to do that, so it didn't get updated with the note memo stuff. So what happened instead is all of it is gone. I had some other content, like I was saying. I had one other really good song that was also in the same realm of, you know, hilarious, I don't know, fuckery shit that I wanted to process. And I was trying to save the main two that I'm talking about, even Hot Shit Catering, it was kind of supposed to be our like infectious jelking tribute stuff. But again, we only have one song, P. Shitty's 350. So that's cool. I mean, that's hella of a good song. Worked a good bit on that. And then we have the one Putrefage thing, which I am actually in trouble for. And, I mean, even, Putrefage is a tribute to, what is it, getting smoked out, so I can't think, and I'm tired, fucking Cannibal Corpse. Putrefage is really supposed to be apparently I like black metal / whatever they are, but it's kind of the shit I'm trying to go for, kind of, I guess, something like that. So that's like the whole deal with Putrefage. And I do have another song I worked on that I got down. It's pretty badass. This is taking me a couple days now to get down, and it's, kind of reminiscent of my current situation and overall shitty life and feelings about it. So we covered the phone, covered the lyrical content, and yeah, so I was staying up at my parents'. We were trying to figure out, because I had done really well in the welding field. And I'm going to elaborate on that again if you don't or have not. If you forgot, don't remember, or weren't paying attention. I had done that for, well, now, and I'm technically been out of it for a good long while. I did some when I was with my friend at another place. And that's some more information I'm going to get into. Nothing about them. Something happened. Everything I'm going to get to in a little while. It's pretty fucking shittily crazy. But yeah. So this shit is fucking good. Arby's horse sauce. Shouldn't call it horsey sauce. It's kind of gay, but okay. Okay, Arby's. Drink the horse cum. This shit is so good. Really good on their fries. Yeah, so I've done the welding thing for 3-4 years. And did it at a couple different places, but had accumulated 2 years and about 2.5 years almost with this one company. And, everything was supposed to be mint, and it was. It started off slow. Everything was good. I forgot to put the cheese on it. This cheese is fucking really good, and it was the most inexpensive option. $5 for this, otherwise they were charging $8 for a smaller portion. The fuck? So, yeah. accumulated over 2 years at the final place so far. Well, other than the place I was with my friend for a little while, working with him, the music stuff, trying to get some of that accomplished. Because really, I really do want to do music incredibly bad. Like when I had posted the drum stuff, I'd been a drummer before, and there's a video on that also. But that initial video was not really technically the start of my drumming, but also kind of, sort of. It was the first time I had been in the drummer into a band. And we had actually made a song then. And that first video, the first half of it is practice material by Spiky Drummer. Now, you might remember the title and everything. But then the other half is my own stuff for the song that band I was working with, that we were putting together. I'm still friends with one of the bandmates of that band. Me and him also kind of got each other back into magic back in the day. It's actually one of the main times when I kind of actually the technical start back into my magic career also. Not that I have a career per se, but just I mean, really got back into it during COVID again for like really heavy play, because it was fucking COVID. They wouldn't let you go anywhere, and so you go online and just be able to fucking play. I know I'm still jumping around in the criteria of what I'm talking about, but I do fucking love magic. I love other game hobbies also, but I do still have all my cards, and I did make a new deck. Haven't been able to play it. Don't really know how good it is, because it's also in a color pie that I've never really fucked with exclusively, so I have no idea exactly how it's going to play out. Mostly built it to have my own, fun time playing it. It's blue-red. It's supposed to be, it is Magnus the Red, because that's what I had. But it's flicker and tokens, mostly trying to get worm coil, pumped out, pumped up, multiple tokens, and of course you're in blue, so you got counter spells. So that's gonna be hella dope whenever I get to play that. Where I got stuck at, there's new local stores that popped up because of how popular it's become again. So I will be able to attend some play to test it out and get my shit more organized. Along with, got a new storage during the process of, my parents and I trying to communicate where the direction of things are supposed to go, which is not gonna go that way for a while now. But anyways, away from hobby magic, Did the welding for 2.5, recapping this. Did the welding for 2.5 years at the one place. Started off slow. Got my foot in the door. Did really well in the weld test. Obviously. I was skeptical because I've never worked with the material they wanted me to work with, but it ended up being easy as fuck. Then they threw me on a bunch of random dog shit projects to start me off. And I did them. And only one was super fucking hard, and I kind of almost quit because it was like really almost way too hard. That particular place didn't have optimal table setup, which is definitely a gripe in a lot of smaller places. Even though that was a big place, they had like makeshift tables in a big factory. It worked out anyways. The project, I completed it. I had one so well, but it was because it was up in like this fucking tight 2-foot corner that like was angled. So I slapped it in there. They checked it and said, yeah, it's gonna hold. It just kind of looks like shit. But the thing is that when it comes to shit like that, if you can't even actually fucking see it, why the fuck you give a fuck if it don't look right? Who cares? Is it gonna do that? Yeah. So okay, fuck it. Why even check it? Oh yeah, it don't look good. All right, whatever. But then like that's kind of the thing of this, a little bit too critiquing. It's not even really the word I want to use, but it does suffice. So what it was like some triangulated weird dump thing that I also had to fold up all the way cross-legged, hunched over to get inside of one of the spots also. And had to crawl in and out multiple times to do that. That was a pain in the ass. And they really didn't, from the start and at the end, they didn't pay me enough. And so I started off low because I wanted, hey, just get me in there, you're going to get good shit eventually. And they did. And they didn't want to pay me enough. The main manager, and he was only that for a little while, even though he had been the manager for years. He'd been the manager for years. They hired endless amounts of people in that time. They hired me. First 6 months I did those dog shit jobs. But they started off low. Then they gave me a little bump up. Then I had a car accident, but they kept me, and they even eventually gave me another raise after I came back and was modestly all right. From the car accident, I was out for 2 months. I started the job, and then I wanted to go get some pizza. So I was driving, and it was September at that time. Kind of my own little shitty pizza.
we're kind of in a mixture of rural and city. But I was driving down one of the kind of more rural roads. I was only going 5-10 miles over, but my tires were bad. Told my parents I needed some help getting new tires because I didn't have cash right then. I had, I think just started the job and I was paying off other shit, and so I needed new tires and brakes. Brakes were going, and a deer just skidded out right across the fucking road, right as I was coming down the hill, and another car was going across the other side of the road, and so deer jumped right out in between us right at the right time. I slam on my brakes, which, I don't know, it was just a fucking response. I really should have just kept going and tried to just nuke the bastard. When I hit the brakes, it locked up and started drifting. I pulled it back in. I'd drifted before a little bit, but not on a fucking highway or like a back highway road type deal. And so, pulled it back in, clipped the deer in the back legs. Bastard goes off into the woods still. He definitely had at least one broken leg. He, she, it, whatever, I don't know. And then I smack into the other car. And that's the hardest car accident I've ever been in. I've been in one other... I've been in a couple now, but that was an actual accident I've been in. And they still kind of blamed it on me. They raised my insurance and everything and said it was my fault. What? I just fucking hate this shit. And I got screwed over again. More to the conversation coming up. But yeah. And when I hit that other car in the accident, airbag didn't go off. I couldn't think fast enough to even know if I had my seatbelt on or not. I mean, I wasn't going that far from where I was at. Apparently, I did have my seatbelt on, but I couldn't even tell you. At the time, before that, I'd 50-50 it. Most of the time, I'd be like, maybe I don't put on my seatbelt this time. So, after that, I started kind of putting on my seatbelt. But, windshield cracked. I'm driving my old Dodge Dart, the white red one. Well, it was white, but I painted the hood red, which y'all bitched at me for. It fucking drove fine, didn't have water problems. It was good. It was just a weak engine. And, so, windshield cracked up, slammed even with being reclined back and supposedly my seatbelt on. Both my knees slammed into the dash. The one bad part about the darts, they don't have the push button thing, so the key slammed in my knee. But really, that didn't even hurt that much after I got out from the accident and everything. My other knee slammed into the light switch button. That hurt way more. And my whole body went into shock, which is probably obvious. But if I was wearing my seatbelt, how? Because when it happened, I literally felt like I didn't have my seatbelt on. There's a lot of fucking things in my life that are so fucking weird. I can't even begin to tell you. Just things that are, it still has happened. It's still happening periodically. And I definitely have seasonal depression. For real. That's happened apparently my entire life. I'm only coming to understand that now. So that's not good. Because I haven't been very capable of combating it. But, yeah. So this is still recording. Cool. Some of the phones fucking chump out. But from memory, I was pretty sure I didn't have my seatbelt on. Because as the accident was happening, I was like, oh, fuck, a deer. I was like, I don't have my seatbelt on. So I didn't lock my arms out, but I held onto the steering wheel as I was trying to control it. And then I smacked into the fucking other car. And I just, it wasn't like an instantaneous pass out, but I was like I guess like so much adrenaline and just like the impact was so intense. Oh, you motherfucker. Fuck you. Fucking smoke like a pile of shit. It's gonna be one annoying way to figure out how to do that. Fucking, it ain't that cold yet, but I had a better sleeping bag. 2 different better sleeping bags. It's a free one again. But, yeah, come wintertime, if I'm still stuck here, I mean, I'm going to be doing a fuck ton of work to making this a little bit better. Really? Only to just, if I still inevitably have to do this, and this is free, right? But apparently this is a fucking thing they made way back whenever the hell, because it's been here since I ever came here. I'm not native to this area. I wasn't born here. That's one of the reasons why I have seasonal depression. Other reason why I'm not really fit for this this inclement weather we have during wintertime. Just apparently I'm like cold-blooded or some shit. Being actually Californian. But, yeah. So I smacked the fuck into that thing and passed the fuck out. And I was legitimately out for a minute. At least, and that's not very long. But when you're actually, like, not... It's never happened in my life. That's never happened to me. I've never gotten choked out by anyone in martial arts. So I've never passed out from that. I've never passed out from anything other than intoxicated by drugs, being at a doctor's or something, not actual like heavy narcotics on my own. I don't do that kind of shit. But I've never been knocked out by reality, I guess. And so I was out for like a minute or two. And nothing happened while I was out. Like, I just was out. But I knew I was out. But when I came back, nothing of my body worked. My body was completely shocked. It felt like I was paralyzed. I thought I was paralyzed. Like permanently paralyzed. My whole body was... I was limp in the car and my whole body was not responding. But I woke up and I was just like... I couldn't talk. I couldn't say anything. I was just breathing and my eyes opened. I thought I was fucking comatose. I was like, what the fuck? So, what I did, so that brief second, that was the first thought. Then after that, my body did start responding, but what it responded, how and by with, is just like, you know when you sit on your leg for too long and it starts getting those tingly ant things? That was my entire body. So what I did is, like, you know, for how I do it, for like if I'm sitting on my leg or something, kind of like mentally force blood into your... Of course, standing up, moving around helps. And that's kind of what I was informing my body to do. I was telling my body, with all of it being feeling like it was tingly and not responding, I was telling it, start moving, start flexing muscles. And then I started having better breathing, and then all of a sudden everything started coming back. It... Talk about feeling like A, death, then B, comatose, then C, like some reboot Matrix shit, and then D, you're out of it. That's kind of what that felt like. And so I recovered, and I was like just looking around, seeing whatever the fuck happened. Whole car was fucked. That car was totaled permanently. I mean, it had all the mods, but it was just the weaker engine option. And yeah, I was pissed about it. So when I recovered, I had like a minute to myself in recovery of just being, holy shit, I'm alive still. Then the ambulance pulls up. Guy runs to my door, opens my door. I thought the damn thing it should have been locked, because when you drop the settings I put it on, it's supposed to have the door locked. So I don't know if it gets in an accident, it unlocks the door or something. I don't know. But I had already driven a long enough time that the door should have auto locked. So somehow he opens the door. I'm still barely able to move, really. I'm just actually where I'm at. I'm just like there. And so he swings open my door and then reaches over me and unbuckles my seatbelt. I'm kind of thinking like, did I have my seatbelt on? Because I, I mean, it's a 50-50 thing. And it probably did save my life if it really was on. But like I said, back then, I 50-50 putting on my seatbelt. So, I might show you the outside in a little while, but kind of, I gotta put on some warmer shit. It's still cold as fuck in the nighttime, and I'm out kind of far enough from everyone else that it's actually colder here than in the concrete jungle. Damn, that was good. I really want more. I'm hungry as fuck. So yeah, whole tangent on the car accident. The first car accident with the first car you guys know that I had technically I had 3 cars before that. One a Jeep, but I shouldn't have got the Jeep. That was one of the things, I had to pay off that didn't work out. The other 2 cars were, one was my first car ever, which also when I had a flip phone for the first time, and when fucking back in the day, like fucking, I don't know what, 2008, maybe 2007. I look atrocious. And I have so many fucking problems. So many fucking problems. Fuck. So yeah, that happened. Then back to welding. 2 months later, I got taken to the fucking hospital. They deep scanned me, saying I had a liver problem. I have a liver problem, but I wasn't drinking. The car accident caused a liver problem. Shocked my liver. So they wanted me to do a follow-up later. They literally ran me through the fucking hospital. Didn't even give me pain meds. And then kicked me out the fucking door to send me the fuck home. What the fuck? That's one reason why I'm pissed with the local hospital. Right then and there, that whole fucking thing, that pissed me the fuck off. Don't even give me pain meds because they left my wallet in my car, so they didn't have my medical information. So they just didn't give me any of it. Just fucking ibuprofen. I was in massive fucking pain by the time they were done doing all these dumb fuck tests. I told them pretty much I'm okay. I'm just bruised the fuck up. Please give me fucking ibuprofen. Nope. I'm hobbling out the fucking hospital. Barely, like a fucking cripple. They gave me crutches. Needed a wheelchair. They didn't give me a wheelchair. Just to sit in. You take it back in. Just let me fucking wheel myself out. I can barely fucking walk. Man, that was a fucking another time about being pissed. Um, got picked up, got taken back, took a immediately hot bath with um, Epsom salt that I really wish I could take fucking right now. I am in my whole body is in massive motherfucking pain right now for the 2-3 months. No, fuck that. I don't want. It's it's June. Yeah, it's been 6 months. I've been living here during the wintertime too. It's been 6 fucking months. Um, this I kind of want to kill myself, like I was talking about. But then some days are better than others, and then you change your mind and try just thinking about how grotesque it'd be to blow your fucking head off. Because I do have that fucking option. And if you try and take it away from me, I'm just going to hide it in the woods, bury it in the ground, or whatever. Still have some rounds. Definitely can do it. Not gonna, though. Because it's just, like, when I was younger, I tried to fucking hang myself from the rafters. That's another option, but that's also very painful. Also tried to disembowel myself another time. I have way more fucking problems than you think. I'm not just some suicidal maniac, because I'm not. I'm not really homicidal either. I am just a tortured fucking soul. For society, I don't even fucking know. I'm adopted for one. Don't even have an actual family. They want to say they're my family, but then they also fucking tortured me. They didn't physically torture me, they mentally tortured me. Endlessly. And they're only kind of apologetic now and kind of trying to make it better. They were also, younger, and I'm an only child, so they babied the fuck out of me. And I don't know. I don't know how well I would do with a kid. I mean, my friend has a kid now. Try to just supervise periodically and did a modest job, but that's another thing. I don't think I'm as old as I am now, and just, I kind of wanted to, and I still kind of do, just, fuck off and live for myself, because I've gotten fucked over my entire life, in so many different directions. So I don't think I'll ever find anyone to be partnered with. It pretty much has never happened. I've gotten laid enough times, mostly throughout my 20s, but I'm talking about like real somebody to love and care for. Had a high school thing, and then we had to break up because I moved and didn't want to do a long distance thing. Apparently she went in the Navy. Good for her. But I was still I was tortured and torturing myself, which I still do. Not like really, but like, you aren't really supposed to live like this. And living out of your car isn't how you're supposed to live either, really, but I wanted to try and figure out ways to save money. Now, this would have been while I still had my car, and if I would have thought about this, but I was too busy trying to live out of my car and do all the other shit. Moving all my stuff, getting it organized, figuring out what the fucking to do, going elsewhere to take showers, which inevitably now I can't really do, and I still bathe, but nowhere near the way I want to. Although I do have a tub outside. Surprise, surprise. It's not kind of a porcelain one, though, so I gotta figure out how to... It's gonna be like basically an above ground pool. Fuck you. But yeah, probably can't fucking hear me now. I made a fucking burn on the wood. Technically, can kind of make sound up until about 3:30, 4 in the morning. And then the businesses start up. People come early into work, and so if I'm loud or anything at that time, that's not good because bad shit can happen. And after that, about 7, 8 o'clock, I can listen to music again. And then 10 to fucking end of the workday. 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. I gotta still be quiet. And then dinner time, I can listen to music again. And at nighttime like this, I can fucking do shit. Can't be overtly loud. But I am going to try and set my drums up in here at some point. This was designed to be a sound box, and for the most part, it does pretty much a good job. Does need the floor insulated, and there's building material everywhere. Tons of more pallets, but I'm working by myself. I'm working myself to exhaustion pretty much every day. In every possible way, maintaining my own health as best as I can. It rained for a week straight, and this is not fully water resistant, although I did put a water barrier over top of the top part of it, but I need to pitch the roof, get the rain from sitting on it. Still causing most of the leaking. Excuse me. Basically doesn't leak here, and over there. It leaks diagonally across it. So don't really get much of an option. That fire thing was nice for like 30 minutes, and then pretty much a waste after that. Gotta try, and that's another thing I gotta try and figure out how to still recording. Damn, an hour and 4 minutes. I didn't get through almost any of the things I needed to conversate about. This is one of the reasons why these long videos are kind of hard to do. Surprised it's still filming. uploading this, like I said, is going to be very difficult. Another thing is, I ended up getting like a worse foot fungus problem. I had mitigated my foot fungus problem a long time ago. Then it reoccurred when I started welding for the length of time that I did, because having your boots on for 8-10 hours a day during hot summer months completely fucks your feet up with minimal breaks. So I got a foot fungus problem then. Then I got rid of it. Then it kind of came back, having to live in my car, but I got rid of it again. And then I had to survive in the 3 feet of snow we had this year, which destroyed my boots and all my other shoes. Then I had only sandals to get by in. And for a portion of time, I'm alright now. I have proper footwear now, but and I just got it today. But yeah, so my feet got completely fucked up from all that shit. I really like another pair of sandals, because those ones also got fucking destroyed. Just for the end of the fucking day, shit like this. Probably just try and make this an hour and 30 minutes. Keep an eye on the time. But then just the other day I spent fucking good couple hours of the day taking care of my feet, taking all the nasty shit off. That shit really does wonders when you do that shit. I had never really actually done that. Used other processes to try and keep my feet healthy. But I do recommend the foot care shit when you need to take care of your feet, because you get some seriously fucked up problems. But they're recovering now also, so that's good. I landed on something, a rock. That shit fucked my foot up for couple days. Starting to get better now. Yeah, probably do a few other, videos. I guess I'm not going to show you the outside of the realm I exist in right now. Even though it is a full moon, I wanted to try and get outside. That's why I was recording, but it just looks like I'm not going to get to do that today. I don't get to do a lot of shit that I want to do. Talking about my welding shit. Came back from the car accident 2 months later. Really, came back in a month. But I was still fucked up. And so the only thing I could do was sit for most of the time, supervise the newbies. They trusted me at that point enough I just started giving pointers to the other people. Eventually, that so-called newbie, he was initially, ended up becoming as good as me in some ways, not everything. He's a better assembler than a welder, technically, but he's still a good person. It's like me cutting trees and plowing snow. It's or martial arts. I just kind of, the macho-ness bullshit, the masculine competition genetic. So I actually had to go back out because when I came in to work, I kind of started doing it too rigorously, and I got giant fucking fluid water pusses in my knees. I was really thinking I was going to have fucked up knees for a long time, because I really did for a long time. A couple more months after that. Still had fucked up legs. They're better now. That's good. Enough hot baths will cure a lot of shit. Gotta make some tea again. I'm fucking freezing to death. Gotta get some normal fucking clothes on, but I have clothes. They're in the bag up there. Socks. Foxy, fucking stupid fucking log was not worth a fuck. Warm for 30 minutes. Smoked out most of the time. Immediately cold afterwards. Fuck. It just feels like I'm fucking... I slept outside, but it was during the daytime, and it still got the sun dissipated. I was sleeping out in the sun. The sun dissipated, and it got so cold, I woke up, but I was thinking like I was freezing, and I think it's a haptic response. I don't know. I felt it overcame me like, you're gonna die. I was like, what the fuck? That was a fucking terrible feeling. Back to the other shit I was talking about, though. Oh, I fucking have a pimple on my neck, too. It fucking hurts like a motherfucker. I already fucking took care of it, but it's still fucking annoying. Yeah, and so then I got back to work eventually when I started getting better, and... Oh, you better be just a fucking ant, thank you. Dude, I saw a tick. I had one on the back of my neck. It was a small one. Got rid of that quickly. Haven't had any more. Fuck ton of spiders. Got rid of them too. Just the other day, though, I saw a tick. Not a spider. A fucking tick. That was that big. And it wasn't on me. It was just on the table where I have a table outside where I was air drying my clothes out. I shake them out every time, vigorously. That's the biggest motherfucking tick I've ever seen. That shit was... Oh. So, It's cold. I got sunburn, and I was 155 just a couple months ago. Started to get back to eating good again. Kind of gained definitely a good bit more poundage. Generally, the only exercise I'm getting, though, is lugging all this shit around. Not really getting the type of exercise I want to get. And also not getting to train in any of my martial arts. Stretching, but like I was saying, sleep-wise, I was thinking like it's been like 3 months of bad sleep, but in reality, it's been 6 months of after the hotel shit, and I wasn't even getting real good sleep in the hotels. I really hated and hate sleeping in hotels. That's why I also slept out of my car. I modded my car, which I never got to show you. I had one day that I was left with my parents right before I was going to leave. I'd fixed the damaged fender from some rando, I think it was a dude or an alien or something. I know that's a weird thought to think, but I was driving in the city area and it didn't look like a fucking deer. That's why I was saying that. Either a real fucking a bald-headed guy or some fucking alien as I'm driving in the city from kind of like ghetto-ish gas station, slammed its head into my fender wall as I was driving 10-ish, 15 miles an hour, taking a turn, going onto the regular road, and then just out of fucking nowhere, I see this fucking white fucking thing, more white than me, like pale white and bald. Couldn't see its face, but it just slammed into my fender wall of my passenger side, dented the motherfucker heavy, and made the passenger door all fucked up for the longest fucking time. That fucking sucked. I gotta take a piss. Yeah, so that and I'll end it with this because it's probably it's about out. And talk about more shit tomorrow and try and follow up with this. Along with kind of knowing right now that I'm being psychically invaded constantly. It sounds made up, sounds like it's a complete fuckery. And if and when, and hopefully I do, get to explain more about everything in my life, I can elaborate more on that. Because I am not a mental basket case. Everyone wants to say I am, and then the second I go into any psychologist or psychiatrist, well, the psychiatrist just wants to prescribe me medicine, but every psychologist I talk to, mostly, unless they're really fucking, they're government-funded psychologists, those have been horrible. They're terrible. Don't go to those. But every other psychologist has agreed with everything I've ever had to say, and not like just because they want, just because they're made to agree, not because of that. They've go through my history and analyze my shit and go like, yeah, that's some fucked up shit. I'm like, yeah, so how do I fix it? Where do we go from here? Well, I don't know. I don't have a magic wand. Oh, cool. Well, I'm wasting an hour or less time depending on how you want to fucking time manage this. It's really just a fucking, hey, let me tell you everything about me and nothing can get done about it. I waste your time, you waste my time, and I just walk out of here barely feeling any different. Oh. Yeah, so what I wanted to say, and the last thing I'm going to say is I had one last look at my fucking car on top of the mountain where my parents had built their new house. Adopted parents. Kind of got to say that because sometimes they feel like my real parents, and they tried to be, but there's so many instances of them doing not that. It's kind of like my sexual career. It was like a 50-50. Sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. Same with my entire history with them. And before that, I was, by the time they adopted me, I was 6 years old. I'm going on a tangent again, but from early on, except for like 1 years old, 1.5, 2, the rest of that time was hell. And then it was better for a good while, and then it was kind of hell for a while during adolescent puberty, and then it was good for a little while, but briefly, and then it was back to being hell again, and it was good for a little while, and then it's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then just recently, hey, it's finally getting good again for a little while. 2-ish, 3 years, going on 4 years welding. Oh, wait, now there's a problem again. And oh, guess what? Now 2 years living out of your car, and then, oh, now you don't have a car anymore. What the fuck? Now, I'm going to try and fucking get this motherfucker locked up, and it is possible. They pre-drilled the hole just to do it. They even had their own fucking thing that they slapped on real quick to put a lock on it. But again, like, this whole motherfucker's been here as I started the video for either as long as I've been alive or longer. And I've known about it for the entire time I've been here, but forgot about it. I'm just reiterating shit. Also, there's this open floor patch I thought there might be electrical shit in there. Because there's just random PVC everywhere. Also, there is a legitimate, gigantic area where they had a old mounted, like, street lamp deal. Huge. The same, or close to the same size as this already. There's also a deck, like a full wooden deck built out there. Still recording? Yeah, there's a full wooden deck. I got 5 minutes. Full wooden deck built out there. So I thought there was fucking electrical shit in there. It's just a pit. But it was... They had built this deck and they literally took a crane and dropped it in. There's rope and everything of how they dropped the deck part of this in. Then they probably did most of... I mean, maybe, I don't know. This foam shit is all... It's wood, foam, drywall, and mesh webbing. And then they did this interior aluminum with a steel beam. I really don't know how they did the steel beam. There's also a rat snake in the roof that I killed. Was gonna try and cook it and eat it. Didn't get the time to do that, to figure out how to process it. So, but I found out that there is another rat snake already out in the other part of that area. Just telling you about. So, might have snake at some point for food, just to fuck around and find out. I'm gonna make some fucking noodles. Not while I'm talking, because I'm gonna get shit done. But yeah, so I had one day before I left, but I wasn't really in a good mood, and I didn't know how to really do the video. Because I knew I wanted to do the video. I was going to show you kind of like how I got by in my car for the 2 years. Because I used Pythagorean theorem to figure out the dimensions to make a weird shaped oblong bed, which I still have, which fits perfectly on a cot, which makes the cot perfectly comfortable. But I left my cot up there because none of this was supposed to fucking happen. And I don't think I can really tell you in a couple minutes, but yeah. Wanted to make, which would have been the last video of my car, kind of going over everything. So really, the main video you get to have is the martial arts shit you saw me do. At some point I'll get back to it. Hopefully someday I'll have a new car. I'm debating between still the dart platform, but I really want something with already a fuck ton more horsepower that I don't have to do modification work to. It'll just take too long, and my parents already were bitching about it because they just don't get anything that I fucking do. They don't get any of it. They don't get any of it. Bitch even about me doing welding. And scared about me cutting trees down and plowing snow, everything. What the fuck? I gotta do something. I'm not gonna be behind a desk. I didn't want to do that shit. That's not gonna happen. And yeah, so anyways, it was perfect. It was a nice day. The framework of the shot of the ride, I had put on that fucking wing just fucking gone. How long I have it? 4 years. I had that car for 4 years. Put $3,000 into it. It's just fucking gone. So I'm gonna go over time by a little bit, but explain kind of what the fuck happened quickly. Yeah. Either I did or didn't drive up and either accumulated a nail in my tire or got 2 of them in my front tires when I came back. I'm pretty sure I didn't have any nails in my tire because I had checked before while I was staying there, for the time I was staying there, that I'm actually just going to fry more bread. Fry bread. Oh, but I won't be able to fucking make a tuna sandwich tomorrow for fucking lunch. I just have to go to the... It's fucking crazy. This pan's not that good either. I don't know if it buckles. One of them cheap pans. The other one I found in the dumpster, so I'm not using that to cook out of. Even though I cleaned it, it still started stinking. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna try and do the little fire thing. But yeah, like I was saying, I was pretty sure I didn't have any nails in the tire because I went outside knowing the atmosphere of where we were at. I'd changed the air pressure. I had an inflator, so I inflated the tires, checked it before, and it was, at that time, fine. And then gotta stop smoking still. It's not as bad as it used to be because I don't smoke the heinous way I used to. I'm trying to slowly quit. Maybe, kinda. Tried so many times I was successful for a little while and then I just gave up. Stress and everything. Holy fuck. My watch got destroyed, so I can't double check what time it is all the time. It's not destroyed. It's there, but it needs to get fixed. It got immense water damage. It's not meant to be one of those types of watches, but it can survive some amount of water, but something I'll elaborate later. More of how that happened also, but that's kind of not that big a deal. It is a big deal to me, but it's something I can't get into right now. So I drove back, trying to say what I need to say quickly. Drove back. Definitely had 2 nails in each of my front tires. an 8 or 9, 10-hour trip later, I'm here. But that's what's going on with my tires. They're holding air, but it's risky. Keep making the sounds of it clearly having nails in the tires. Then my back driver's side tire gets a big flat in it to where it is absolutely losing air. Change out the tire with the spare because it was the rear. Wasn't going to put the spare on the front. It's one of the reasons why I was concerned anyways. And fuck ton of rain. It had happened that night. The roads were wet. It wasn't raining during that time, but the roads were wet. And I was fucking mad as shit about all of it. And it skidded out on a roundabout off turn thing. Slammed the driver's side wheel into the transmission. And so it needed a new transmission and new suspension parts and a new wheel on the driver's side. But the engine was good. The frame was good. There was no frame damage. It was just the transmission and the tire and the suspension to that and the tire. So they deemed it as totaled. They didn't want to do the work to put a new transmission in it. It's not even like an engine. Just put a new transmission in it. It's just a fucking automatic bullshit transmission. It's not. It doesn't have a clutch. None of that shit. Just unbolt it, put a new one in, put new suspension parts in, hook the wheel on. So, I don't have that. That's what mostly is being up to date. Then you have the kind of honestly shitty hotel videos. And I got a bunch more problems, some to recap in my earlier history of life, and some to still elaborate now and show you the outside of what I've been able to accumulate and try to get work done on this place. And I definitely got to get it locked up soon. I'm going to be doing that. And I got to get way the fuck more sleep and fucking something to... I have ibuprofen, but I don't want to keep fucking just taking that shit. My body's fucked, people. I just feel completely fucked over. In just so many consistent fucking ways. It's a fucking catastrophe. Goddamn catastrophe. And all I really want to do is fucking... I like welding. Sure, it's okay. It's fun. I like doing it. As a job, it's whatever. Most of the time, because jobs inevitably still are jobs, and they mostly still have fucking problems. So, in one way or another, they're gonna end up having fucking problems. And really just want to do music. Mostly want to do that and martial arts. And then my other fucking hobbies. Welding included. Haven't got to make my mace. My Cinchian War Mace. I still want to do that. Kind of want a suit of armor, but that's just some other shit for, you know, having a suit of armor is fucking cool. Still have all my welding gear. I still have most of my clothing textiles, custom clothing textiles I was talking about. Didn't get to fix the sleeve on that one. That got damaged from my car, actually. That's how that even got damaged in the sleeve. Oh, you fucking bitch. When I do get the chance to fix it, and hopefully I will, I'll fix it, but I have other problems. Not that I don't want to fix it. It's just other problems I'll discuss later that I can't really shouldn't even be talking about them, honestly. But now that I'm fucking dealing with all this, I'm not gonna blow all the caution to the wind per se, but might as well have a platform to say something about who I am. Because I really could kill myself at any time. I'm probably not going to, but it depends. If it come wintertime and I'm still stuck here and I don't have better shit, then or whatever the fuck else happens to me and it gets worse, I've contemplated it so many times. It'd be a quick, but also I think it would be very painful. It'd be a very painful death. I've actually, saw the video of that other guy who killed himself, but I mean, the way I designed my gun, technically, yeah, it was also meant not just for its function of other uses, but to be more effective at killing myself. Because back when I built it, I also had built it because I wanted to use it to kill myself. And then I stopped. It's really ominous shit to talk about. And like I said, prevented myself from doing it other times in my life. Sometimes I've had help required to prevent me from the disembowelment. That would have been painful as shit too. And I did actually have an electrical cord around my neck, but it's not going to really kill you. But there's other ways I've more recently almost strangled myself twice and almost died from it both times. I was passing out and I was trying to get the goddamn thing off. I wasn't pleasuring myself. I was literally I didn't have access to my gun. And yeah, strangling yourself is it's pretty bad. That's not a good way to go about it either. So yeah. Oh, and I've never done the medicine, like take a bunch of medicine, because I don't want to feel sick. So the Futurama step into a box and get your shit blown off. It's kind of the only way I've ever thought about it actually being quickly over. And there's stuff to that too, and I've already gone past the time again, but kind of was thinking that was going to happen. Yeah, so even now, though, I will say, there's those times that it has happened. And the gun thing, especially with my gun, it is either I am going to do it or no, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I think about it a lot. But most of the time, I also think, holy fuck, getting your whole fucking head blown off? That's apparently what it does. It doesn't, if I put it here, I would hope it'd just blow out the back of my head, keep my face. I don't know. That's not what it does. It watermelons your whole head. So, that's got to be super uncomfortable. Kind of why I said I don't think I'm going to do that. Seems like a really painful, it still seems, like I said, it's not the same thing exactly, but the car accident, it fucking split second, slammed into the car. I saw the glass break, and then I was out. I don't know if anything, that's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. And really, the gun that's way faster. But see, that's the scary part about that is it is way faster. That was already pretty fucking scary. Just like holding, that's a really intense thing. Sorry to get so, I don't give a shit. There's so many things wrong with the world. And that video exists in real time. I'm just talking about it. And hell, hopefully this helps somebody. As in, don't do it, I guess. I haven't. I don't want to be like having a big commotion thing going on, but it's real fucking, it's my real fucking life that you don't know everything about. You know, a portion, generalized portion of things. But yeah, so that, and I have no friendship, companionship, nothing. that, and I am going to be able to be drumming soon, and not in here, but in my storage. And that's not technically legal, but do it at the right time of day, who gives a fuck? So, the drumming videos will commence. Live music, I'd like to be in some sort of band, but at the same time, I didn't get to do that with my friend, and Putrephage is kind of the name I chose for what I want the metal that I listen to be. Or the metal I also want to make. Of which I like to listen to. Which I found out apparently is black metal. I thought it was just death metal. It's not death metal, it's black metal. That shit. I took the lyrics to my next song coming up. Whenever you're going to be able to see it, and whenever all this more shit gets to start happening. Yeah, and I kind of ran it through an AI thing. It fucking kicks ass. The other song that we have up there that I'm also kind of in trouble for, again, more stuff to talk about later. I kind of gotta end this video. But I'm in trouble for that and pretty much a lot of shit on my channel. Not to mention more creepy shit in regards to when they fired me, for one, and other parts of my life. There's a whole bunch of other shit, but they tried to steal my phone to stop me from being able to upload me showing my welding stuff. It's just, there's so much fucking bullshit in this entire fucking life. It's really just the world. There's so much weird fucking shit. Weird shit mostly happens to me. And fucked up shit. And then, of course, a lot of other motherfuckers are dealing with their own weird shit and doing weird shit, and then other weird shit happening. Creepypasta and otherwise. And not just me performing creepypasta shit, but real creepypasta shit. I don't know, there's some shit that I not personally seen, except for one thing. Going to an insane asylum, no one else is there. An old insane asylum. Just walking through it and hearing a scream. That particularly got me. The one time that happened. So, it's a fucking weird thing too, but there's just so much. There's just too much. Way too much freaky weird shit. So, yeah. Technically, this is probably still some, like I said, Pandora's cube prison box I'm stuck in. It is also some still basically creepypasta shit. But, yeah, well, way too long of a video. Cool that it films that long. See how difficult of a process it is to upload. Also, if anyone the fuck watches it. Alright. Peace out. Weird fucked up spaghetti pizza. Open faced pizza sandwich.